there, boogerlugs, prick up your ears and eyes. Hey there, boogerlugs, you got a big surprise. It ain't no podcast, what it is you just don't know. We're just saying, you're welcome to the Ford and Shelby Show. The Ford and Shelby Show. That is the Ford and Shelby Show.
Hello and welcome.
Fuck's sake, you've done it again. I got a fright there.
Right,
When
sorry, you go.
No, I don't want to go. You go. Just let me know when you're going. Go.
Hello and welcome back to the Ford and Shelby Show.
That's right.
What week's this, Ford?
Don't you know I'm no good with this? Is it 28?
7.
No, 27. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned, but 27 is a lucky number. I've had two different houses with the number 27, so I've got a good vibe about 27 just in general.
Oh, have you? Well, I just automatically think of the 27 Club.
Oh, that's way to pull that out, doing I. That's great.
Well,
Amy Winehouse, know that?
yes.
Aye. Do you know I had 2 tickets to see her in the Oran Moor before she was famous?
And I bet you the tickets for about a tenner.
Oh, what washers, and I couldn't go for some reason, and
You had a better offer.
well, no, but she groggered on somebody that night in the Oran Moor doing the stair.
Just as well you didn't go, because it would have been you. You'd been like, you're fucking...
No, I don't care how many injection scabs are between her toes. I'd have kept that grogger and got it rebooted in the future, so I could have my own wee personal Amy Winehouse money machine in the house. But anyway, 27 Club, that's a dire thing to bring up. Who else died at 27?
Well, Kurt Cobain, he was 27 Club, wasn't he?
Oh, he was. He died outside a club after he took a 8-ball speedball ball thing.
That's a drug?
A bag of drugs, and he ate them and died right outside I can't remember the name of the club. River Phoenix, is he 27? Or is he still living?
No, that's... Joaquin Phoenix, he's still living.
All right, I don't want to pick horse on the Phoenixes, but who else? Oh, Jim Morrison, of course, for the Doors.
The Doors, yep. People fancied him, didn't they? Big, good-looking guy. And
he was good looking.
Janis Joplin.
Smelly Janis Joplin, aye.
I was going to say Stinky Janis because she's got a look about her.
Oh, no,
like she would smell of wet dogs in museums.
And Wet Dogs in Museums, that was her first album, but it never...
Did it not go through the charts?
No, it was a scratch vinyl. You had to scratch it to get the thing.
Scratch and sniff.
Aye. But no, I'd seen a documentary, and some rotten bastards, even long after her demise, had said she was a bit rank. Like she didn't really bother about personal hygiene and that.
I'm going to say I can't think of a Janis Joplin song off the top of my head.
So we really shouldn't be calling her Smelly Janis, should we? We can't even remember her songs. I mean, she was a great singer anyway. She had an enormous vocal.
Great voice, great voice.
Brian Jones, of course, but you'll not remember, but Brian Jones was in
Brian Jones.
the Rolling Stones. He died young before they really got all their major fame, so 27, that's not a club you want to join, that one, is it?
No, but it's funny, see, when I was turning 27, it was obviously...
Oh, it's a while back now.
It was not, I'll be 32 this year.
Hold on, when you were 27...
Take us back to you.
Right.
It was during lockdown I turned 27.
Oh.
And let me tell you, I sometimes feel like, I know I'll be 32 this year, but I sometimes feel like I'm not really aging because I didn't have a 27th or 28th birthday. I was just in the house.
Yeah.
I'm kind of stuck there mentally.
Yeah. Well, my daughter was in university and all that when that was happening, so you never got the university experience, the beer bar, the parties, all that, no socialising. So it stole a lot, the Covis.
Covis. You're citing a Hovis. Talking about Hovis, we just passed a lassie driving in here.
Imagine getting into the doctor saying I've got Covis. How's it manifesting? There's wee bits of brown breed under my arms.
A smell of yeast.
Aye.
Oh, yeasty.
Aye, but does it smell yeasty? It would as well.
Aye. But
no, driving in here, we just passed a lassie and she was running across the road and what did she have in her horse?
A slice of bread.
Slice of bread. She's chewing it and I just kept running.
It's not a street snack, is it? A dry slice of bread, is it?
No. I've never reached for a slice of bread and went, look, I'll take that on a walk with me.
Right, so are you one of them, you kind of accept the...
That's your phone.
That's my phone, isn't it?
You bastard! Get off! That's usually you do to us. We're fucking working, pair of fucking idiots. Nobody going to answer that.
Is that dubstep?
Aye.
Is that?
Is that what that
I
is?
like to keep up with stuff. I know dubstep's about 30-year-old, but that's modern to me.
I thought that was one of the free tunes that you get with an iPhone.
No, but an insurance company, saying you were knocked down yesterday, you weren't any money, it's all that.
Oh, with the Scottish Power messaging you back saying, "Are you sure you don't want a smart meter?"
Well, you were there this morning when that happened.
Aye.
Cheeky bastard.
And you gaslit them, didn't you? You were like, "Listen, you actually smart meters aren't as smart as you think."
No, I know. I tell him his smart meter wasn't worth a fuck. I said to S, but it's the second one. I don't care what 0.2 it is. It's no. You're not counting my electricity like that. I'll do my own thing. I'll take my negative out the meter, give you the number that's on it, put my negative back in. Thank you.
There we go.
So, what are we talking about?
Well, just that. I just think, see, since lockdown, I don't really think life's really felt the same.
That's what I'm saying. You got a wee theory like everything's slightly different on the outside.
Aye, a day. I like, what is it they said it was? A big reset? It feels like that.
The big reset. It's a bit outer spacey for me. I don't really believe that. But I definitely think that them that had little or no social life were annihilated.
Yes.
Because apart from people dying and all that, that's not what I'm getting at. It's the getting out of step
Yes.
with getting out and just meeting up for a cup of tea and all that. I think people's lives get really mangled in a terrible way during that time.
I remember when in lockdown though, I was excited. I was like, oh my God, working from home, don't need to date. And just, I was excited for the first couple of weeks. And then I was like, this is terrible. But I will say, if somebody was to tease me the new well lockdown, I would take a wee 3-4 weeks.
Tease you with a lockdown?
Aye.
Just like jangling keys and that.
Ooh.
And a kind of all-in-one kind of lycra. Lockdown.
We would enjoy that. You know we would.
Listen, can I get something out of the way for a minute?
Uh-huh.
You're talking about these, you come out, another life outside, the big, what did you call it there? The
big reset.
Aye. What the fuck's happened to your hair? Last week you had short hair.
Aye. Well, my name's no Shelby this week.
Right, was it Covis?
Covis. No, but I've said before, I like to chop and change my hair.
The
Literally
only
chop
reason
it
I
and then
mention it
change
at all
it.
is you look fabulous with it. The last haircut looked fabulous as well, but it looks great. It looks
Thank
great.
you.
If I was 20 years younger, I'd definitely be looking elsewhere.
Listen, you could go a wee system. Aye, would you get a wee wig fitted?
Aye. I would get one of them, kind of mullet affair. Curly at the back. Not unlike Leif's
Business
hair.
at the front, party at the back.
Leif's hair, aye. That's...
Are you
Did you see Leif there?
Well, I was... Stop digging me up about me saying your name. The next time you see Leif, he could be lying up close, scalped. Right? Blood and that everywhere, and I'm running about with a curly wig on, it'd be great.
You have got a good head of hair, you do.
Cracking head of hair.
No, I just thought, I did say, I don't know if I mentioned on here, but I'd cut my hair. I like it short, but it's just too much. If you follow me on TikTok, my hair's like that in the morning. I need to wash and blow dry it. So I went, I'm getting extensions and a mesh integration put in. And then, this is the truth. You will agree with me here. When it's coming into the summer months, you start wearing dresses and all that. I think women with short hair don't look as nice in a dress than women with long hair. It's a thing.
I'd be trying to think. There's another saying is, don't let a $7.99 dress out of Primark get you tied up in children payments for 20 years.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
Aye.
So long hair and an £8 dress does it for me. I'm trying to think of somebody with short hair in a long dress. Who would that be?
I don't know, but I automatically go to like Annie Lennox. Like, cause you see her in suits. She's never really in a nice ball gown, is she?
I don't think she's got a ball gown. I think that's just for videos. No, but who else has got the short hair? Halle Berry.
Aye.
She looks good in a frock.
But she's absolutely gorgeous.
Aye.
When you're by average, you're cutting about with short back and Slazenger slides for hair. I can't throw on joggies. I look like a wee guy. I actually look like a wee boy. See, if I'm just jumping to the show, my hair's short like that, and I've got joggies and a hoodie on, people start going, excuse me, son.
Right, well, the next question now, you're definitely a woman of the day.
I'm a woman the day.
That's good.
But I might change next week, depending on what hair I wear.
So you're saying that different hair, different personality comes out? Lighter?
No, I'm just saying... Well, I mean, for some other people it might be, aye.
You come out of my house this morning in a far better mood than you've been in for fucking weeks.
But aye, that was because a wee crack of sunshine in the day.
Right enough.
Aye, and I had my breakfast and I wasn't a grumpy bear. And we've had our sugar rush of the day. We've got fizzy Sour Patch sweeties.
The man in the shop is no happy with us. That was the
And we dug him up, the guy in the shop, about charging us $6.99 for that angel hair chocolate.
And I stood and listened to him. I wasn't getting you any more than...
You have to throw one. Right, let's see. Throw it.
What, your mouth?
Got to take an eye out here.
Oh,
I mean,
That's not bad.
go again. This isn't podcast material at all. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh,
I heard that hitting your good.
right. Where are we now?
No, talking about sweet things. Last week we had the wonderful cake that was made for us.
Catherine,
The Ford and
party.
Shelby show cake. That was phenomenal.
I've ate way too much of that cake, and you left half it here.
I did because, I mean, many people come in here and film the podcast and it was a huge cake and I thought, well, if we half it, we'll take half, divvy it up and then everybody that comes in here can get a bit. And inside it, there was cream, there was jam.
Delicious.
Beautiful.
Look, we need to get her back on for any other reason at all, just get her on, because obviously if she can supply like that, you know.
The amount of effort, think about it, the big crown, you had the strawberries, and then the Ford and Shelby show kind of, what was it, a wafer? It was thick, it had been printed.
Does she do pies, that steak pie, savoury, stuff like that?
Ah, you want a good pie or
I'd love a
sausage
steak
roll.
pie with Ford and Shelby on the front, yeah, but lovely. Couple of horns, which
I
look like
could make
desperate.
that for you.
Yeah, you could, aye.
But he's been living in pucker pies recently, ain't you? Come on.
Puckered afternoon. They make the chicken one's no worth of it's no use. And there's another one that's got some vegetables and leeks and all that. Stick that, and they make a fish
I've
pie.
never had a pucker pie.
I've had tons of them.
What are they?
They'll just be pies with meat in them. It says it on the box, really. Pucker, no good pies. But that was it.
I know I'm not into a pucker pie. If I'm making a pie, it's one that I've made, or I'll get it for the butchers. Aye, no fun of me. But anyway, Catherine made that cake. It was absolutely beautiful. But the mistake was that I made was I get into his car and he said to me, "Hold it the full way home." So I did.
That's what you had today.
Aye, but if he's stop and start and stop
I've
and
got
start.
cream seats in my car. And my seat belts are beige. And she's got jam on my seat belts.
Well, it's not actually jam, it's dye. It's
It's not
the
coming out.
dye for the cake.
It's not coming out.
But it was all my good jacket as well. But I've revived it now. It's had 2 washes, it's had the pink stuff, it's had Oxy stain remover, and it's looking all right. It's looking all right.
I mean, it's no. It'll always be there. I've got a feeling I'm going to go and sell that, and the guy going like that. Well, we could have given you a good bit of money, but we're going to have to take $750 off for the jam stains. I'll be like that in a car park somewhere going like that. Shelby, you bastard!
It's just echoes.
Aye.
Talking about stains, and we were talking about hair.
Talking about stains, aye, look.
No, I said to Ford the other day, we were talking about hair because of my hair, and I said, would you ever consider dyeing yours? And you were saying you think...
Well, the reason I've got crappy hair is because when I was 16, all the rage was to get these rubber caps put on and get your hair pulled through it in bits and bobs with a crochet hook, fucking sore, and then dyed it, and then pull a rubber cap off and you'd all these tips and streaks. Because it was like George Michael and all that. Everybody in the charts all had it.
Yeah, that's right.
Aye, and that's what's ruined my hair because... and the bleaching and all the rest of it, I'm sure that's what's done it. What are you laughing at?
No, because I was babbing up my granny. My gran's got nice hair like yours, same colour, salt and peppery. And I said, Gran, could I dye a wee bit of your hair? And she's like, no. Boxes and dyes, it'll fall out. And I thought, you've hardly got it anyway, it's like candy floss. But I said, what about beetroot juice? Beetroot juice.
Oh,
Vegans-
you can vegans
Right.
use that for dye.
So would you let me maybe just tint a wee bit at the front?
I said, oh, you wouldn't be fucking no,
on.
no, absolutely not. And I tell you why, because you would be half-assed at it. You'd turn up with a fucking jar of beetroot, wouldn't you?
Aye.
Or an old beetroot out of the fruit shop and start rubbing that in and all that. But it's like, no, that's why I don't dye my hair, because eventually it starts running beetroot down your face. Now,
Aye.
come on, getting pulled in my motor. And the idea what Speed were doing is like, because on you go. No, I can't. I'll not be dyeing my hair with beetroot. And anyway, who's wanting beetroot hair? Do you know what I mean?
Pull it off, it goes with your complexion.
Why? Well, that's lovely. It's just all over pictures. Beetroot hair. A big blotch. No.
Take a look at this. Lent,
Who?
Ramadan,
Oh, that, yeah.
and the Chinese or Lunar Year all kind of kicked off back in February, right? But did you notice it all happened
All fell at the one time, you
at
mean?
one time?
There's something else happened in February. There was 4 weeks in February, all beginning with Monday through Sunday. And then once the 4 weeks were passed, that was it. It's the first time that's happened in 800 years.
I don't believe that when they say that though.
How?
Well, because they always make it that something big's going to happen and it's just a normal day and we all carry on.
Well, like K2, when everybody thought the year 2000 was going to break.
Right,
that
like the
kinda thing.
millennium.
I think there's something to it, and I think the reason for it is that people know it's coming, 800 years from now, kind of thing. That's the next time it's going to happen. And I think that's a wee bit like what the pyramids are all about and Stonehenge and what they were trying to line up stars and whatnot. So how come Ramadan and Chinese New Year and all that's come together at the one time? How's
Well,
that?
I don't know. I don't know the number, but I'm sure it was like for the first time in 30 years. Yeah, it sounds too soon.
First in 30 years.
66 years. It was a low number, I know that much.
Right, okay.
So,
Do you observe any of these traditions?
well, I have been known to do Lent.
Oh, have you? Right, okay.
As we know, I went to a Catholic school, but I'm no Catholic.
Right.
But I've also had communion. And then I used to do Ramadan with my
fun.
pals, because my pals were Muslim. So she would phone me during the night and say, that's me getting up now to eat. And I'd eat and all. But then I was cheating. I was eating at school, not and the sweeties, and the toilet, fizzy cola bottles.
Wait a minute, are you talking about when you were at school?
I was at school.
You still eating during the night?
Do you know what I had last night?
Go on.
I got up in the middle of the night, don't know what time it was, but it was still dark, stoated into the kitchen, and I'm looking for something, and I was like, twigged. I had tortoise scones.
Oh.
So I'm stoning in the dark, eating raw dogging,
Raw dog and
raw dogging tortoise scones.
But
And then
raw?
I raw, but then with the second one, it was kind of getting stuck in my throat, so I opened the fridge, and I had a whole fit in a beans, so I'm ramming this cold tortoise scone into bean juice. And eating it. And I'm like, that's good.
That's piggery
Pint of
behaviour.
and it was dribbling down my chin, stoned through the whole back into bed.
Imagine I'd have turned up at the back of my beetroot face. During the night, get your bed, you greedy bastard.
I'm going to say, but my eating during the night's getting significantly worse.
Yes, I don't know how many people...
Technically, I'm a secret eater then. Is that what I would be? A nighttime muncher?
No, you would be somnambulistically hungry.
Do you just make that up now?
No,
Is that a condition?
somnambulism is walking in your sleep.
Right.
Well,
I'm fully awake though. I'm conscious of what I'm doing.
Right, so well, that's just greedy
Just
bastard.
greedy-
It's
greedy-
no-
greedy-itis.
Do you know what I mean? It's no. That's all that is.
Anyway, so I did used to take part in Lent and Ramadan and that.
Aye. What was it? I was in Hong Kong at one point at the New Year. It was the 22nd of January, I think 96 or something like that. And it was all kung hoi, fa choi, the whole day out. And we tree that you to pick a wee bag off and you might get a
Aye, they
pound
get
in
the
it.
red envelopes.
Or
for the
£1,000,
dosh.
could be anything in it. Wee cent or, a right few quid. But they've got, what is it they have? They have animals for years.
Yes. So, do you know your year? Well, you know when you were born, but do you know what animal year?
No.
Well, what year were you born?
Fuck's sake, wait, my driver's licence, my passport photo, 1962.
1962. Right, let me Google this quickly.
Oh, this is great. Well, laddie, whistle.
Oh, you're the year of the cunt.
Oh, I was wondering what that was all about.
No, you're the year of the tiger.
Am I a tiger?
You're the eye of the tiger. Rawr.
Aye.
You're a bit of a tiger, I know.
Am I? Oh, an old retired tiger, aye.
Rawr.
Well,
That with no
well,
nails.
look,
Tigers with dentures. That. Rawr.
Tigers with false teeth. What are you then? What year were you born?
Well, I've just caught myself on that camera. I look like E.T. when he finds the wig, and that's...
Aye.
He comes out
Comes out the wardrobe with the wig
He's
on.
got the cowboy boots on.
What's
I'm a guess. What do you think I am? What animal drink I would be?
oh, I don't know, a fish supper or something. Fish?
No.
Can you be a fish?
No, I think there's fish on it.
All right, then are you kind of dragon lady or something like that? Can you be a dragon?
There is a year of the dragon, but I'm no that.
The
Dragon.
Dragon.
It's like something you would say before setting you into dragon. So what is that? It's just birds with long necks.
Spitting fire.
So what are you?
I am the year of the dog.
Oh, no comment, please.
Hardworking.
Yes.
Loyal.
Faithful.
Faithful. A man's best friend.
True, obedient and all that. That's great. Well, you're my best friend, the new.
Aye, but
To
the
be
cameras
fair.
are rolling.
So, so what is this year then?
Well, they're saying this year is the year of the fire horse, which for everybody, it's making out we're going to have a really good, fruitful year. So I'm hoping that's the
It
case.
can't be
with
for
all of us.
everybody.
Aye, well, I thought that because I'm like, oh, that's shite.
That's shite.
But really, what it is saying, in aspects of your life, you've got career, money, love, and all that. At some point in your chart, you'll have a bit of good luck somewhere.
Oh, I see, right. It depends where you are on the thing. So if I'd have been born a horse, and believe you, I wasn't. But if I was, like, can you be a horse?
Aye, I think.
And this is the Super Plus horse here.
The fast. I keep saying the fast horse. Fire horse.
So if you were born in the year of the horse and this is the year of the fire horse, does that mean you're going to have a belter?
You're having a belter.
No bother.
I do think it's funny though. Obviously, I'm aware of Chinese New Year every year, but because of social media and TikTok, it's been thrust upon me. I was getting a bit nervous the night before it was going to be Chinese New Year. There was a lot of pressure on me. I was like, I've took the bins out, I washed my hair, I've no got red underwear on. And then I'm like, why am I observing this so much? You're meant to eat wontons and all that for luck, long noodles for longevity in life.
Well, I say the only time I find out that they're on holiday is when I phone up and they're like, no, the night.
Yeah, no, we shut.
We're shut now. And I'm like, all right, that's right, aye, it's your Chinese New Year. And I'm like, Shelby!
Do you know, every time I'm with him, he'll be like, because I talk about food so much and I just love eating. What night was that, a couple of nights ago? We were talking about food. They said the second you left, he went, I just couldn't stop thinking about Chinese.
I know.
But you did not give in to temptation. You were good
But you do that, I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but you do that thing, like if you and I are out having a burger, right, on a Tuesday morning and a burger, you went, if you tried the pizza at the place next door, well, you're eating a burger.
Aye.
You know, you can't. It's not good enough for you to be eating. You've got ideas about other places you can get grub and all. It's like you're a soldier of some description, trying to figure out where your next meal's coming from. Great pizza next door.
And it's when I come into his in the morning, I come in, kick the door open, shoes off, and I go, have you had your breakfast? Well, I had. And we know what I'm eating lately.
Aye.
But I've changed it a wee bit. No longer eating bananas, it's prunes.
Weetabix and prunes it was this
Weetabix
morning.
and prunes. And let me tell you, it doesn't work.
Does it no?
No.
Have you seen that thing, by the way, where Americans are getting triggered, offended by British people saying they're getting a Chinese?
Aye.
Have you seen that?
Aye.
And they don't understand why we say a Mexican, an Italian.
What would the Americans say?
Chinese takeout or
takeout,
Chinese food. They finish the full sentence, but we just say a Chinese, an Indian.
Have you got any American guests?
No, but there
Well,
was
fuck
one.
the Americans in.
There was one I did have on the list, but I followed this person and she never followed me back. And I went, oh, is that right? Kidding on, I'm no like that. I'm really no.
Right.
And I know we said we're on the day New Year's resolutions.
No, but
we've
that's
not to
kind
be
of-
fair.
well-
We've not to be fair. We've done what. Well. Right on cue for that's lovely. Many wee jelly babies have we got left to dish out between everybody here.
60 to start, but we've got 19 left.
You should have seen the status in the motor. I'm like that, rustling the bag, tearing open the jelly babies. I'm like that, oil in the motor, sugar in my eye. I'm a really bad influence on you, and I'm sorry for everything. I'm sorry for your downfall. I know it's me. You were what?
Well, do you know how when Sylvester the cat sees Tweety Pie
Aye.
and he imagines a wee chicken leg? Or a wee cooked chicken that's just through the oven. Some days at the end of our working day, I see you as a chicken. All right out the oven. And so it's better for you if you leave now. You know what I mean? That kind of thing, because you start to turn into food for me, and you're talking about it all the time, and no.
But anyway, personal growth, let's talk about it.
What about it?
This year, so technically, I know I'm no Chinese and all that, but I'm taking my New Year seriously as of Chinese New Year, the 7th.
Oh, so all the wee things that we were going to disavow, we're vowing now, are we?
January, February, you're in hibernation, really.
I'll give you that.
The sun's out now, it's March. I'm feeling...
Draws off into the bin.
Right?
Summertime.
Talc.
Plenty of talc under it. My moobs.
Aye.
You know what I mean? I'm going out. Look out, cocktails, here I come.
Don't forget. No, cut that. Say another pub, because...
Right. Tenants bar, here I come.
That's good. Just to let you know, tenants ID me all the time, especially when I have no makeup on.
Aye.
I did one night, I had to go home and get my ID. I couldn't get a drink. He's like, aye, right. I mean, I was flattered for 2.6.
Listen, see when you go up, lassies go up at the bar and they put their hands up at the bar like, can I have a pint of lager, please? It doesn't matter whether you're 90, they're not going to give you it. So that's how you're not getting it. You're a wee smout and you're...
I'm taller than you.
But the bar attendants is high. You're not taller than me.
I'm taller than you.
There's nobody
Can I
taller
just
than
say
me.
something? There's a photo of us, right? And Karen's taller than me, but in that photo we are all the same height.
No, Karen was... See, there's stuff she'll not tell you. She's very secretive. Karen was stretched.
What, she got foam and insoles?
No. Do you know them? You get bars through your legs and they turn them like that.
Aye.
Right? Have you heard of that? Right, that's what she had done. When I met her at the first tune of fat, she was 4'11". Honestly, the agony she's went through. Nobody just called her Big Stretch.
Big Stretch.
Aye. She used to, we'd be doing sketches, we'd be like, oh, turn my screws. I mean, she would have turned them up too much and turned them down a wee bit of gear, a wee bit of peace.
I actually did see in TikTok, there's a boy that's just went through the first leg lengthening operation,
So that's real.
young boy.
Aye.
And I went like, all right, aye. That's shocking, and I should have went in and read his story. And,
I would take 6 inches.
Where?
aye, well.
On my legs.
I think
I would get. I'd go for 6. There's no point in doing all this stuff unless you're getting 6. Because what am I doing? I'm 5'11". So I'm 5'11". I'd like to be
I'm
6'5".
5'7.5".
I'm
you know.
5'9". I'm 5'9", but I would like to be 6 foot odds because I've noticed. I tell you, I'm 5'9". She can
I
bastard.
saw these things in TikTok shop. It's shoe insoles, right? And you
Aye.
wind them up and they give you height.
Aye.
Get you them for.
How do you wind them up? You go like that into the shoe.
You
You're a
pull
wee
it up.
wanker. You'll never be anything. I don't know, but no, I don't know how we've got any tall and short people, but tall men are lucky in the respect that see if they go baldy here,
Nobody can see.
if they can see it. Everybody else you're looking down on it.
So you will need these stilts after
I'm
all.
going to need stilts now. I'm going to go and see your woman.
You should see my
I'm going
woman.
to stoat in here next week. I'm not going to go that colour. I'm going to go beetroot,
Aye.
but quality dyed beetroot. I'm going to do all that you do. All that kind of. So what are you changing about your ideas?
Well, we spoke about this in a couple of episodes.
Can I put my hands up a minute?
Yes.
Ah, good. Just felt the oldsters were getting sweat. I thought
well, I can't do
no,
that. I've
I'm
got a
getting
shame.
fed up with no getting away. And I'll maybe to speak about it a bit later on, but I need some time off
Right.
because it's been a long. But how long have we been doing this?
8 months.
8 months. But
That's a long time.
I know, but I need to be saying somebody else's words or somebody interacting or doing something. It's a lot more work than this than I thought there was going to be.
There is.
I'm having to
We're
deal
actually
with you every day.
I was going to say we're spending too much time together. Like, I'm starting to dress like him. My pals will say you're just like Ford. Because what's funny is people were commenting on my TikToks and stuff. That was very Jack Jarvis. Because we'd be spending months together before we had announced it. And so I'm
Aye.
picking up your mannerisms.
I know that's
And you're gaining my weight.
well,
What a terrible match.
and Jack's a fat bastard to start with. Do you know what I mean? No, you don't want to end up. I can hear it in my own voice because it's naturally what I sound like. I don't add a voice on. Maybe that's how the phone's not ringing.
Aye. No, the phone is ringing, just people we don't want to speak to.
No.
No, I get what you're saying. I have spoke about this. I said in March, obviously, we're in middle of March now, saying that I was going to go to Thailand, but can't. So I'm maybe pushing that into later in the year.
Aye.
But obviously people...
£1,500 a month, you can live in Thailand like a king.
See what I mean? See what I mean?
Tough attempt. You wonder how they manage that. They talk about their rotten governments and all that, but Vietnam, Thailand, all the places, $1,500 a month, you're a millionaire. You know what I mean? You couldn't get anything for £1,500 a month here.
No.
A house and swimming pool and all that, for Christ's sake.
No. And the
Eating
weather.
And the weather.
No, but I'm going to say yes to a lot of opportunities this year.
Oh, yeah.
Aye.
Aye, we should.
Should. You know, people have been reaching out, so...
You've had a wee reach around, haven't you? Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. You've been reached out to a couple of times, and I don't know. I think there might be a couple of opportunities there, but we'll talk about it later on.
Yes. Well, I'll need to get away first and have a good shakedown and then come back all revived and ready to rock.
Again, it's always sexual with you. It's like there's
never
never
sexual with me.
There's never a
It
week
is
went
never
past
me.
shaking it all about and all that. You're just making it dirty. Or maybe it's me because I'm not getting any. Everything seems like sex. Do you know what I mean?
Well, what we're saying then, travel plans this year, we're going to...
Well, I'm going to definitely try and get a bit of travelling in. I'd like to go back out to the States again if they can sort their fucking shite out.
Aye, well, talking about that, where's my ticket?
Your ticket for what?
I see, look, forgot already.
Oh, fuck.
If I say ticket, do you know what I'm talking about?
There's a wee free ticket that I've got.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, I'll need to go and get a hold of that woman. She wasn't in there the last time, the sunbed shop.
But she's probably retired now. So I mean, she's moved to New York. She's got that ticket permanently.
I've been kind of barred out the place anyway, because she went like that, you're never going to go brown. And I went, surely, she went, no, you've got different skin. That's Denniston skin.
Chop port look.
Aye, chop
No,
port.
that I mean that in a nasty way, but I've got pals that are really fair.
She took me into one, they've got a new one. They call it a kebab. They put a pole up your arse and you just go in like that and get you all covered that way.
Aye.
And no, but she said if I've not come back, she says I'm too white.
Right.
She says you could rub shite in your body all day long. She's never going to go brown. She says you're just one of the colours, light blue.
Right, well, after this, we'll give you a spray tan. We'll try that.
I'd love it.
Would you, aye?
A wee spray tan.
Take a look at this.
Oh, lovely. So we've been doing all right at getting guests and that, haven't we? And we've been lucky, and we like to then cut like that and get what?
But somehow I feel this guest this week hasn't brought a cake like Catherine.
Brought fuck all, you mean? Well, that's how they're going to be treated. Ladies and gentlemen, Susie McCabe.
Hello! Thanks for having me on.
No, it's a pleasure.
And you can help yourself with a wee sweetie if you'd like one.
Oh, no, a
so
fizzy.
It's horns that have been in there.
Oh, well, aye, but where else have they gone? That's you've got to ask
So
yourself.
we've only had a few guests.
Yes.
It's only those and such as those
There we
that
are.
get to sit in the hallowed seat.
Right.
We've had Karen in with Catherine Apartic. I don't know if you've ever followed her on TikTok. She's very, very funny.
Yes. Also, Catherine Apartic is such a
Evocative name.
yes, yes. There's a wee double entendre there, isn't there?
And she dresses better than most of the clothes that are in the window anyway. I don't know if we're doing Catherine Apartic. Catherine Apartic. She'll end up in a fucking park.
Catherine
I don't
Apartic.
think Nicely done. She fucking idiot. She should have opened in Parkhead in the first place.
100%.
But we had her on, so it's nothing to do with fame, fortune, or notoriety.
It's just who floats her
It's
boat
just
makes
who's
us laugh.
Brilliant. Makes us laugh, and people have had interesting
Yes.
lives. So we immediately got onto AI to find out, and apparently you were working in a building site a fortnight ago and took a heart attack.
That's what it done. It condensed into
The fact that I never had a heart attack in a building site is quite frankly a miracle.
Tell us what the fuck happened. You ended up in a building site.
I became a spark.
Right, okay.
So I was always a wee tomboy and all that. And I was always.
We looked for it, but
I know we are.
Aye, right, okay. I've got an apprentice nephew.
you got your meter screwed?
If I what?
you got your own meter screwed in the house now.
Oh, no.
that's too bad.
I don't even have a fire stick in the house, man. I'm paranoid.
Look for one of them as well.
Honestly,
I can't
no.
have a fire stick because I've been on the BBC. so
Exactly.
if I get discovered,
That's it.
I'm still good with my J32.
You've got to.
Plenty of channels and that. Babe station and that.
That's what you need. Even just the preview.
I never get to pay. I'm not paying somebody to jump up down a dirty bed.
15 minutes.
Get my wife to do that.
Preview. I know I've always kind of felt like that about strippers. Like I've always thought that's such a guy thing because women are quite practical, aren't they? Like you would just go in and lift up the duvet and go, right, you're still there. You know what I mean? You wouldn't bother paying for it.
I've been asked a number of times. I've never actually done any male stripping. Because I don't think it fits the genre, the gender.
Aye.
Because take my clothes off, my compulsion is just to drop them right there.
And that's
that doesn't
it.
really make for entertainment.
No.
You know what I mean? They were usually on big heavy knickers, niffler, pluff, do. Socks, do.
When you bend down to get the socks and you're like, oh yeah, 5 minutes or so.
But facing backstage, mine, so the audience can see all your misgivings. Pair of scats, So, building site.
Yes.
So
You walked up and went, he's a job.
No. So I left the house at 17, right? When I came out, it was 1997. It was just the kind of start of that new Labour government and equality for the
encouraging
LGBT
people to
community.
come
Encouraging, as my nana said, Susie, nobody was gay before 1980.
So you doing it for the government.
Aye, that's it. So I was at the house and I worked in Delmonico's.
Yeah.
I worked in a clothes shop, but I worked in Delmonico's part-time, then full-time. And then I said to my dad, because we weren't talking, the family weren't talking, obviously, because they'd put me out and I'd left and all that. And
Well, make your fucking mind up.
well,
They put you on this release.
I had the choice. The choice was I could be gay or I could stay in the house.
So that's no choice at all.
Exactly. So
That's rubbish. Chops are chops.
that's it. So I moved in with my nana, and then a few years later I said to my dad, I'd quite like to be a spark. And he went, I ain't bother. All right, okay. And he had his own wee company. And I served my time there, and then I get the chance to become an estimator. And it was the last thing I knew in the wholesalers.
Now you suck through your teeth.
Aye. Was this a government contract? 50% markup on that. And I went and I done that, and I worked in construction. I done working for various size of companies. I done various different jobs. So, working for a big company, I was an estimator in massive big capital expenditure projects. But when you work in a wee company, you're maybe the estimator and the surveyor. Do you know what I mean? You're kind of having to go about in a wee bit of the engineering as well. So, done a fair bit of that, and then I just kind of stumbled into stand up. Just stumbled right into it.
Have you said already at some point that somebody kind of egged you into it?
Aye, it was a dare.
Right.
So my pal had came back from travelling. She was in Vietnam travelling, been diagnosed with ovarian cancer, and she came back and it was stage 4. And me and my pal Paul had went to see her, and Paul and I were sitting a couple of weeks later, and he's like, 3 a.m, Stephen, right? He's like, we should do something to scare ourselves. I say, I'm not doing any of that parachuting and all that. No way. No, there's too much human error that can go wrong there. Do you know what I mean? He said, there's this wee course you can do, and it was Viv G.
Oh, Viv G, I know her.
Aye, and it was up at Strathclyde Uni Centre of Lifelong Learning at the time. And he goes, right, I dare you to do it with me. And I was like, I ain't bother. So the next morning, he stayed the night. The next morning, I'm down the stair. My then girlfriend, we're on the kitchen. He's got a big mug of coffee. He's like, do you remember what you agreed to last night? And I was like, oh, aye. Get the fucking cheque written, right? Because you had to post away a cheque. I said, get the cheque written. I'll transfer the cash into your bank. We'll go and we'll do this daft course. And I went and I done it, and Viv doesn't teach you how to be funny, right? Because there's a thing with people that don't understand it. You can learn the craft of comedy, but you need to be funny. Do you know what I mean? You need to be naturally, like I was always...
That's a big subject, because there's a whole heap of people. What's shite, for instance,
there's
that you know.
Fucking list.
Who did I ask?
We asked Paul Black.
I said Paul Black, a lovely interview with Paul, and I hadn't met Paul before. And I just said to him, who's shite? And he fucked me in his face. Because the cameras are rolling. Of course, you can't say who's shite, but it's a funny business in that them that aren't that good, there's plenty of gigs for them.
And the self-confidence of those people, like I have never quite seen the self-confidence of mediocrity.
He went to a comedy club in me and Greg in Hollywood. And we went in one night, and this guy comes onto the stage. He drags a stool out, and he's got a leather jacket. He was fucking rid rotten.
Aye.
But he looked like Eddie Murphy.
Aye.
And you're going, he's not even got a gag or fuck all.
No.
But he's standing there like a full banana.
And do you know what? It's really frustrating when you see it, right? Because you kind of go, you've no got the chops for this. Who's told you in your life? You know when you're watching Britain's Got Talent or the X Factor and all that? And you're like that. Who told you can sing? That's wild, right?
Aye.
It's like that. But the confidence and the appearance, I just go out and also doing that thing of going, I'm just going to be a bam. I'm just going to be a bam and talk about being a bam. And you're like, is that where we're doing to now?
Is that what's going to...
And the idea, so I done a programme, and it was called Will and Ralph Should Know Better, right? And it's been on for about 3 seasons.
Well, like a sitcom?
No, it was Will Mellor and Ralph Little from 2 Pints of Lager and a Packet of Crisps. Yeah. And they do these kind of dares, right? So they do all different stuff. So I think one of the episodes they'd recorded before they met me was them learning how to do drag, right? Proper old school drag, right? And then I had to teach them to do stand-up. And it was in the stand, right? So we're in the stand. And one of the funniest things was they came out, they arrived, come onto the stage and that, and I'm kind of talking to them about their stage presence and stuff. And I'm saying, be aware that you're of this age and you're a white heterosexual man. So let's not be punching down. Let's punch up, make you the butt of the joke and all that, right? And they were like, right. And Will just went, and where is the audience? Now, if you've ever been in the Glasgow stand, especially as it was before they moved, they're there. I mean, they're literally, and I went, they're there, and he went, there, and I went, there. Aye, and he was like, I'm used to them, you know, because he's used to a theatre,
Yep.
right? Or a camera. So the idea that person is right there, you know, and it was just fascinating to see that reaction. But both of them had always wanted to do it, and they had to work out, are we funny or are we just funny with each other? Are we just pals? Are we just the two boys in the pub? Are we just the two boys in the site?
You've still got to find out if you can get it.
Were they good though? How did
They
it
were
go?
really good, and they were really different as well.
Right.
Will was quite effervescent and quite kind of out and in it, and Ralph was very kind of straight in delivery, and he actually done a really morbid bit of material, but it killed because of the way he delivered it. And there was a real likeability. Now, the other challenge with that audience was, because it was Red Raw, the beginners' night, was in that room was mainly people under the age of 30 who didn't know them. You know what I mean? Because maybe it's a programme their mum and dad would have watched back in the day, 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps.
But no for their Jen.
So they then had to kind of project themselves up and over and into that audience,
Yep.
as opposed to going, I'm just this guy off the telly, you know?
I want to ask you this before I forget, because I had it in my mind to ask you anyway, and I don't think I asked anybody else.
Oh, sorry.
My enjoyment of comedy is completely ruined since being on the telly. Because if I go into the stand, there's an atmosphere around about my chair, and people are going, what is that? And they've got this guy half the thing. And I always feel aware of the fact that I might be putting half the turn in some way, or at least some of the turns that aren't used to handling that. So really, I need to go to, if I'm going to watch somebody, it needs to be like 2,000 seaters or 1,500 seaters to get far away from the stage as I can, because I know if I got an eye on me and I was starting the stage, it would
I
knock
put
me
you
out.
off.
Aye.
You know, especially as I'm doing his material.
Nobody first stand up. Aye. No, there's many a story about jonglers, and I'll no name the comedians. I'll name one of them. One of them was Stu, standing up the back of the room. Up the back of the room, watching the comedian standing doing his material to him before he goes on the stage.
Well, there's a comedian on the go, and I'm not going to certainly not be mentioning his name. But me and my pal were out one night in the Partick. We went into the Partick Tavern as it was then.
Oh, aye.
And I had got the... No, I can't remember how to go to the telly, but I stopped doing stand-up anyway. And my entire act was being done in thing. And I stood there again.
Did this comedian's name sound like Partick if you rearranged the letters?
Kind of.
Right, okay.
So my whole act, including my finish number and everything, and I honestly, fuck, you wouldn't believe it. Listen, I'm going to tell you this as well. If FG came back, the fastest comeback I've ever had in my life, I had 2 wee bags of sugar in my pocket, and I was at 13th note. She was on, I was on. And I went like that. But I said, I'll see you later on, Viv. She was young and God, she's a good looking woman, Viv. I put my hand in my pocket, a fun of sugar, and I went, here, that'll keep you sweet. I mean, as quick as a flash, she went into her pocket and pulled out what do you call it, a tangerine. She went, that'll keep you regular. Bang, like that. Do you know what I mean? I thought, fuck, maybe a TV for it.
Brilliant. I love Viv, and I love spending time with her. And it's one of these things, it's a bit like Sir Alex Ferguson. Do you know, like, there's just people that can take apart comedy. And especially when you're writing, you're so in the midst of it. You can't see the woods for the trees, and you're thinking about every intonation and every word, and take that word out, there's a better word. It really is trying to piece the puzzle together, and then you can just show it to somebody like Viv, and it's almost like she can just sit with a red pen and go, I know that'll work, and see if you move that to there, and you go, that's just, do you know what I mean? Because sometimes you need somebody that's no looked at it to sit away from it and just go, I know you're fine.
Nothing vested. They're not vested in your stuff, and I know what that's like. I mean, John Paul and I had a double act partner, John Paul Leach, and we were in Edinburgh, and we're just the two of us on stage talking. And there were one night, I can't even remember what the run-up to was, but one night he's went to make me get up to do something. The audience have seen it, and they fucking lost the place. So we were up the road cackling, fucking drink beer, and we went, right, we'll need to do that tomorrow night. Fuck me, nothing. Same, exactly the same, inch for inch. And he's going, he's looking at me. What the fuck went on?
Desperation.
It just wasn't there. The kick-off person in the audience that go to last night wasn't there that night.
Aye.
So there was no, but you couldn't kick off an avalanche of laughter.
Because
So
no
it's a tricksy
pitch.
game.
No, and this is the bit that you try and explain to people when they ask you for advice. You go, no pitch is the same. Said you could run out at Hampden every week, right? And it's a different game every week because it's a different crowd every week. It's a different. It's not about the opposition. It's not. It's just that there's been heavier rain that week. Like even just that like psychological thing at the Fringe. I always remember like, see if it's raining. I don't want them queuing.
No.
Get them in early. Always wanted a room that was comfortable. I know people go, it's the Fringe and we should all be in a basement that smells of piss, right? No.
I paid extra for that one.
Well, I wouldn't be so well, it's the Fringe,
Some of
innit?
the more expensive rooms to rent. They send people in to push the room for you.
It's the room for you. But it's that thing where I go, I want my audience, see, especially like a Friday, Saturday, if they've been out and queuing for the toilets and queuing for bars and all that and queuing to get into shows. I don't want them to come and see me at 8 o'clock pissed off. I want them in nice and early, drink in hand, sit in a nice comfy seat, bit of air conditioning if it's too warm. There's somewhere to put your drink.
Okay.
Somewhere to put your drink and you can just relax and enjoy a show because it's not about...
You don't. Nobody enjoys a damp Italian audience. Because we bombed one night, or it was about a week, with me and John Paul doing some show, and they would do it again when they gave the tickets away. They'd post
paper it.
Paper it. So we went out, 98% of it was full, 98% of them Italians. And we're distinctly Glaswegian. And we had a good night, but it was fucking tough.
Aye.
I had to cook pasta and all that. I'm only kidding. But you know what I mean? Everything had to be broken down pedantically. Me going back and explaining, and they were getting it.
Aye.
It was like a fire. A birth by fire.
And it's that thing as well where you can only control the constants that you can control. So you can't control the audience and who's coming in, but you can control the room, your material, your performance. You can control all of that. So you can try and control as much as you want to give you consistency. But see, ultimately, it's still a different game every night.
It's interesting that because it's a wee bit like a quiz, isn't it? You know, when people go, and I need to ask you about this in a minute. Mastermind for this.
Aye.
Right, well, Amy Winehouse went on and their specialist subject was still game.
Right.
Right, and
That's amazing.
Amy Winehouse.
no, that's wrong, isn't it? Amy McDonald.
Right.
Slightly
I was
different.
that.
Amy Winehouse, she went on, she couldn't remember any cunt's name. And they said to her, who played Winston? She's like, hold on and empty this fucking syringe into my toes here. So I did they cut all that out. No, Amy what?
Amy McDonald.
Amy McDonald. She went on, she had a haircut and another woman went on. But I was somebody to help me once, see if you're on a quiz. See if you don't answer that last question right,
Aye.
fucking forget about it. Because you can't go back and answer
Yes.
it again. So it's the same with comedy in some regards.
Aye.
That gag might have went well on Friday night. Here you are trying to hawk it on a Monday. It's not went over as well, and you're getting yourself a doing about it as you're voicing the next gag.
That's it. You can't.
You can't.
You've got to just keep going.
But
You've
a seasoned, you're would term the seasoned. You know what I mean?
How long have you been doing comedy and stand-up?
15 years. So that includes the COVID years where we never done fucking anything. But
Did you do all the Zoom gigs and all that?
I remember doing a gig for BAE Systems, right? There are awards on Zoom in my living room, right? But the best thing was I pelted the attaché because I'm going, an attaché's just a word for a spy, right? And he was the attaché sitting there, and within 2 minutes, 2 Chinooks, and you know how loud a Chinook is, flew over my house, and I went, have you pressed a button? Because can you all hear the Chinooks? And they were all like manner for heaven, do you know what I mean? And then there was the gigs where you just done it to a blank screen where nobody was on it because they were maybe using Teams. So you had to go to material that you knew the rhythm inside out. So when they would laugh, when they wouldn't, that you knew because you've got nothing else to go on.
And trying to bring a room back when it's going away for you.
Aye.
That business, you go, they're there, they've paid, they like me, they've paid for my ticket. What have I done wrong here? And you go and you try and bring them back round again. That's the difference between people that are going out and trying it. They couldn't turn a room because they've not got the experience to turn around.
Aye, and there's also that thing, like, so during the COVID, I remember doing a gig, it was like a fundraiser for something. Nicola Sturgeon was on the call, right? And I was,
She's funny.
aye, she's funny. And I was doing bits about COVID, right? And I'd done this bit about saying to her how her and Jean were like a Scottish Cagney and Lacey, the late Jean Freeman, who sadly just passed, and saying, do you know what I loved? And do you remember Matt Hancock lost emails for PPE, right? And I remember sitting in the house thinking, going, you're the only one working. Nobody else is working. How can you miss an email, right?
Her emails.
I was like, I mean, we've missed 3 of them, but don't worry, we've got PPE coming for Turkey. And I remember thinking, are you telling me that doctors and nurses are going to be running about in fake Celtic and Rangers taps, right?
Oh.
And then you went to Scotland and we, Jean Free, I'll never forget it, because now, and I always done an impression of Jean like that, thanks very much, First Minister, right? Because she always just like, if anybody looked like a Scottish Health Secretary, it was Jean Friedman, right?
Yes.
And it was that thing where I was just like, Jean's like that, no, I've got the PPE, I'll be round everywhere, including the Highlands and Islands by 6 o'clock on Monday, and then just flicks a fag and walks away, right? Because you could see that, right? You could, and you were going, and the daily briefings were such a big thing. That, I mean, we were all in group chats talking about it, going, who do you think Sturgeon's thrown her pen at the day? Know what I mean? Look at her biting her tap lip. She's going to fucking headbutt this journalist for the Daily
It's a job in
Mail.
itself, given she's not got a tap lip.
But you know what I mean? And you could sit, and you weren't gigging, but you could sit and come up with all that material, and nothing was happening in the world. Nothing was happening in the world. But you could sit and look at that as a microcosm, and that's what we all had to do.
Right.
You know, and that's what we had to do. So,
Scottish Health, what happened with the heart attack? Did you see it coming?
well, I mean, it's with my family, genetics, aye, but I was in Bristol. And I was really quite stressed out. There was quite a lot going on in my personal life at the time. And my brother had came to see the show. He stays quite near Bristol. And it was just a fucking day that was an utter shambles. And I'd got to this gig and everything was just falling apart. The motor was fucked and blah, blah, blah. And my chest was sore, and I was like, and I goes up the road to the hotel with him, and we have a couple of pints, and the next morning, breakfast, and he's like, you need that tyre replaced, I'll come with you. And I'm like, I get terrible, and I'm driving around Bristol following him to a garage, chest pain. Aye, and I thought, I've
That's
got
that chippy, I ate
Aye,
that.
I'm like, that's my breakfast. That's that. Oh, I used to do a joke going, that's that one grape I had at breakfast.
Aye, right, peeled.
Aye, and I'm sitting going like, no. And I get into this garage, and the boy's like, I can fix it. He's like, you all right? And I was like, goes, there's a glass of water. And I goes over to the car to my brother, and I went, I'm getting pains because it presents quite differently in women, a heart
I've heard
attack.
that.
Aye, so it was coming down kind of my shoulder blade and into my arm and into my hands, and I said to my brother, I think I'm having a heart attack here.
When was this?
July 2024.
So you're what,
2 years ago?
43?
46, so I was 44.
Jesus.
And he, so he phones an ambulance, and the ambulance came without a word of a lie. I talked about this in my show. 2 lesbian paramedics, and I thought, I'm going to be fine. If you want it done, get 2 middle-aged lesbians, you know what I mean? They'll just fix it. And
In the van?
In the van, aye.
Aye, okay.
8 ECGs they took, right, front and back. And the way it worked was the ECG was getting sent straight to cardiology. And they were like, get her in here. So they gave me an aspirin and a GTN spray and fired me right up the hospital. And I'm still at this point thinking, I have now texted my agent, sent him a picture of the back of the ambulance going, suspected heart attack, I need to go and get it checked out. I'll let you know how I got on, but next year's show's going to be a belter, right? And then I gets in and there's like 16 people and I'm straight into a
waiting
crash
for you.
room. Aye, close off for your scan of the heart, right? Angioplast, we can't knock you out. Straight in, there's a wee tiny. I just went in, put the balloons in. Then I was up in a kind of cardiac intensive care ward, and I'm on my own. Do you know what I mean? I'm in Bristol. My wife was in Glasgow. I'm in Bristol.
You're fucking paying my chest listening to this. That's
Aye,
terrible.
aye.
At your age, you know.
But do you know what though? It saved my life, and the care I got from it was unbelievable. 3 days I was in that hospital and I could fly home.
Wow.
And the way that They just done that, and like I'm a big advocate of the NHS, and I'm a big advocate of it's our NHS that we've all paid into, our parents and our grandparents paid into.
Yep.
So don't be letting them tell you that they can take it off you, because it's ours, right?
Fixed.
And I honestly, the care I got was unbelievable. And then I was up at the Royal. I came home and everything was fine. Then I was up at the Royal, and they've just been keeping an eye on me ever
Did you get a
since.
stent or something?
I get an angioplast through the wrist, 2 balloons up, down into the heart. Oof, done.
Very nice.
So the balloon's staying there, is it?
Aye, they'll be there forever. Aye, it's not like a wee dog. Aye, a wee crown.
So I mean, apart from anything else, I've been out the scene for like donkey's years. The last time, I went out for Morty one night at the club, but the last time it was Her Majesty's Theatre, and it was about 15 on a run.
Beautiful.
And it was nice. And but I just the minute you're away for it, it's the last thing you want to get back to. If you're offered another opportunity like acting or whatever, you kind of go there. You don't do both. But now that I see that I'm looking at it, because we were talking about this the other night. It seems to me that it's more even-handed now as far as male and females than it was when I was doing it in the 2000s.
Aye. I mean, I think that's just generic in life, isn't it? There is more of a balance, and there is also a generation of young women, the millennial women and the Gen Z women, who will not be stopped, and gender is not stopping them, and I love that. Do you know what I mean? So I think they've grown up in a different world, certainly from the one that I did.
Well, their nostalgia's getting knitted at the minute, that's the thing, because they're new-ish.
That's it.
So there'll always be something there to gee.
Aye, exactly. And I think, you know, I mean, I was very fortunate. I grew up watching like French and Saunders and Ab Fab and Victoria Wood and Joe Brand on Friday Night Live, who was the one woman, as you will testify, one woman with a mic and a light. Like Victoria Wood was different. I mean, multi-talented, as was French and Saunders and all that, but Joe Brand was your solitary mic and a light.
Was a psyche nurse.
That's right.
And I remember going to see her up in the town, up at the top of Cowcaddens. I went in to see her when she was like, you know, no long start to do it. And a catchphrase or a heckle followed her about for a wee while. And because her delivery used to be quite different to what it is now. And she used to say things like, I've been living in London, you know, that kind of thing. And somebody else would go, Exeter 4, as if she was reading out the sports.
Yes.
And it hounded her round everywhere for a wee while, and then it stopped. But it did change her. And she became aware of the fact that I'm going to have to deal with these bastards as we go.
Yep.
So I've seen her a few times afterwards, and I've never seen her fail. She's worshipped.
Oh, I mean, when I done Have I Got News For You, she was the host, and I couldn't believe it. I was like that. Because my brother's 8 years older than me, so my brother used to come in on a Friday night and say, do you want to watch Friday Night Live? And it would be the Ben Elton monologue about the Royals and Thatcher, and it's good to see that the world has changed so much, right? But, and then it would be like your Paul Mertens or your Harry Enfields and all that, and Joe Brand. And Joe Brand is the first woman I can remember standing in front of a microphone with a light, and that was it. And that was it. And
Ideal situation for a hydro, that. You know what I mean? Not a cardigan out, just a light bulb.
just a light bulb, that's what you want.
That's it. Must like 14 quid.
Aye,
And the rest is for me.
Aye.
So you done Thatcher and Mastermind?
I done Thatcher and Mastermind,
So
aye.
what made that
why Thatcher?
What made that your goer?
So I was born in 1980. Thatcher had been in power about 9 months.
Aye, 1 year, aye.
And she had kind of defined the first...
Took my milk off me.
I know, son, I
Remember
know.
my age, I'm 60 fucking 3.
Oh, you needed that for your
She had
rickets.
a thing about she had a thing about fucking cartons, waxy cartons.
Aye, because that was a scientist in her. So she kind of defined my primary education, right? And obviously at that time, growing up in the 80s, Falklands War, miners' strike, everything else, and culture, you know, like we don't fucking get. I can't imagine Ed Sheeran singing a protest song, right? But you had the Smiths.
It'd be catchy, but it would be no meaning to it.
No, that's it. Aye. Whereas you had like the Smiths and the House Martins and the Jam, and everybody was having a dig, and Friday Night Live was part of that, and Spitting Image, and that whole and Billy and Connolly. Connolly was a big part of that, and that whole thing of watching that through the eyes of being a kid, but you were so politically aware. And I didn't grow up in a house where my dad was a member of a political party or anything. It was just because that's what was on the telly and it was constant, and I do not know one person that liked that woman.
No.
So you grew up with that. Then you had that kind of John Major government that was all just emblazoned in sleaze. I mean, you see sleaze comparison to recently, fuck all.
Oh, zero.
Right?
Sleaze and peas.
Sleaze and peas.
That's how they used to do.
And spinach. The old well, what about the vegetables? They'll have the same.
Right?
And then it was, and then obviously it was your Tony Blair and all that. So there was a real, the monarchy was just going from crisis to crisis. And the country.
Again, fuck all
I know,
compared
fuck all compared to the day, right? People getting their toes sucked and all that. That was at least
I'd
the
have joined up
glories.
for that.
I would have condoned it, aye. So it's that kind of thing, right? And you imagine being born into a world where you've got a female prime minister and a queen, right? So it was almost like, well, that's what women can do. That you can get that job. And then, I didn't know anybody that liked her, and I remember things like, the Hewlin Dodds fans breaking the picket line at Ravenscraig and all that. And I was brought up in Garrahill, but I went to school in Coatbridge. Mines were closing down.
Yeah.
My brother, again, that really impacted his childhood. And there was a whole thing about my brother's generation was that kind of Tippex thinner glue sniffing, right?
Well, I'm 63. Glue sniffing was me. I never done it because I was done it, but all my pals were on it.
Right.
And it was great.
And then my generation were the kind of ecstasy, acid and all that, right? And speed.
Which is better for you.
But there was a bit in the middle, and a lot of them were the siblings of my friends or the younger siblings of my brother's friends, where there was a heroin epidemic. And it absolutely decimated the East End. And a lot of that was because of the lack of opportunity and the post-industrialisation of Glasgow.
Easy way out for people.
And that was the one person that you could physically blame for that. There was a lot of despair. And I remember poverty as poverty, like people just having mould spores in their house and no carpets on the floor and all that. And that there was a real dejection from Watford up that they were finished, that they were done, they were put in the scrap heap. So you then move forward to the modern day. Do two different people give you your gas and electricity? That's Thatcherism. Yeah. Do people give you get to choose, you become a consumer.
Deregulated.
And to understand the current politics that we've lived through since 2010. I mean, you could say for 97, but really for 2010 to now, you've got to say it's Thatcherism and steroids. Free market capitalism's went mental.
Oh, the list went right.
Aye.
You're looking at Blair, for Christ's sake almighty. I mean, that was, he was like the transition.
Aye.
New Labour, just, that's what it meant.
The acceptable
But we don't
face.
do politics in this fucking show because I hate the lot of it.
I know.
Listen, you've been here a long time and you've talked quite a bit, and I'm absolutely delighted you did that.
It's been brilliant.
I should have a plug, and I don't, for you to
You'll need to plug it in.
So go plug it.
Right, so I'm at the King's 27th, 28th of March. We've got 3 shows, 2 days, and then I'm on a UK tour with my old show, my show for last year called Best Behaviour. I'm all over the UK and Ireland except Glasgow and Edinburgh, and Best Behaviour will be at the Fringe, which is currently not Best Behaviour, Coming of Rage.
Yeah.
Will be at the Fringe
That sounds great.
for the full run at the Gordon Aikman. It's a beautiful 500-seater. Mon, it's dead comfy.
Well, any nerves I've had about sitting meeting and talking to another comedian have been completely, my fears have been ameliorated. You've been great
Brilliant.
company.
It's been brilliant.
Thank you for coming in,
No,
Susie.
thanks for having me, Trips.
Thank you.
Susie McCabe.
Hey there, buggerlugs, prick up your ears and eyes. Hey there, buggerlugs, you got a big surprise. It ain't no podcast, what it is you just don't know. We're just saying, you're welcome to the Ford and Shelby Show. The Ford and Shelby Show. That is the Ford and Shelby Show.